Hello everyone, welcome to EduTerrain. So, as part of the YouTube sessions that we have planned, ये सब हमने already discuss कर लिया था. So today I am going to take you through some MCQs of ESI current affairs. So this is about the current affairs, okay, economic and social issues के current affairs. Now, where would it help you? नाउ ईएसआई जो आज के करंट अफेयर्स है बिल्कुल रेगुलर वाले हैं रिलेटेड टू ईएसआई. इट्स नॉट दैट कि स्पेसिफिक आरबीआई के लिए होगा या फिर नाबार्ड के लिए होगा. दीज क्वेश्चंस और दिस कंटेंट वुड बी एप्लीकेबल फॉर बोथ. सो these questions would be helpful for both the examinations, that is for RBI grade B और NABARD grade A और B as well, क्योंकि B में भी phase 1 में तो ये से आता ही है, right? So with this introduction, let me start today's session. So the first question, सारे जनवरी के हैं. Yes, once again, a warm good evening to you all and welcome to EduTerrain. So let's start with the questions. So the first question, संविद गुरुकुलम गर्ल्स सैनिक स्कूल. नाउ अभी तक सैनिक स्कूल मतलब सिर्फ लड़कों के लिए होता था, बट दिस इज द फर्स्ट सच स्कूल दैट हैज बीन इनॉग्यूरेटेड वेरी रिसेंटली. Now, which among the following is not true regarding the same? मैं एक बार ऑप्शंस भी पढ़ लेती हूँ. It is started or this particular Samvid Gurukulam Girls Sainik School has been launched at Vrindavan in Mathura, which is in Uttar Pradesh, very close to Agra. सैनिक स्कूल्स सोसाइटी जिनके अंदर ये सारे सैनिक स्कूल्स आते हैं, that particular society is under the Ministry of Education. In 2019, Government of India has approved admission of girl children to Sinic Schools. Okay, now you have to tell me which of these statements is not true. True, a couple of years back, government has approved the admission of girls children into Sinic Schools. That too, what they have to say is 100 such schools would be launched in India in the coming years. It's not that would be exclusively by the government only, but these would be with the help of NGOs and PPPs, that is public-private partnership as well. Yes, anyone who wants to answer this? Okay. So let me give you the answer here. Yes, it has been started at Vrindavan in Mathura, UP. तो वहीं पे लॉन्च हुआ है. सैनिक स्कूल सोसाइटी इज अंडर द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन. नो, दे आर अंडर मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ डिफेंस, क्योंकि जो एक सोल्जर के लिए या फिर द पर्सन्स हु आर विलिंग टू वर्क इन द आर्म्ड फोर्सेस, उनके लिए जो तैयारी चाहिए, दैट ऑल वुड बी इम्पार्टेड ड्यूरिंग दीज in these schools during their course of education. So this is not true. And yes, in 2019 itself, Government of India has approved admission of girl children to Sinic Schools. And as I said, 100 such schools they are planning to build with partnership mode, especially with NGOs, private, state government schools, etc., of which 42 have been set up. मतलब किसी ना किसी phase में है. Of all that, the first all girls Sinic school has been launched in UP Mathura. Okay, अब इसका स्ट्रेंथ है currently 870 students. Okay, and as I've said, Sinic schools, it is under the Ministry of Defense, but that exam that is conducted for inducting the students into these schools would be conducted by the National Testing Agency, NTA, which is under the Ministry of Education again. Okay, yes, so important again under the topic or concept education, which is very important part of our social sector, and that is an important part of ESI. Okay, moving on to our next question. We all know that electoral bonds, the scheme has been launched by the government of India couple of years back. couple of years से ज़्यादा ही हुआ है. Electoral bonds for phase 30 of sale has been launched very recently for political funding, which is an instrument. These electoral bonds, actually they are instrument that is used to donate funds to the political parties. Anyone can buy the electoral bonds, and accordingly whatever the amount that you pay for that bond, okay, that would be provided to the political party in whose name you have purchased the electoral bond. Now, which among the following is true regarding the same? नो इलेक्टोरल बॉन्ड्स के बारे में ये क्वेश्चन है. ऑप्शंस देख लेते हैं. SBI इज ऑथराइज्ड बैंक फॉर सेल ऑफ इलेक्टोरल बॉन्ड्स. द बॉन्ड इज वैलिड फॉर 15 calendar days from the date of issue, beyond which it would not work. That is, एनकैश नहीं कर सकते. जो भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी है, they have to again encash them through their accounts itself. Now phase 30 is for dates 2nd Jan से 11th Jan तक हुआ है. Now bond can be purchased by an individual only. Now which among these following is true? I am talking about true. So please be very, very careful the question that is being asked. Okay. So here as you can see, this is true. SBI is authorized bank for the sale of these bonds. Bond is valid for 15 days, that is calendar days from the date of issue. Phase 30 is for dates 2nd Jan to 11th Jan. But it's not that it can be purchased by an individual, even a corporate or agency, any partnership, anyone, any entity can buy these electoral bonds. So only A, B and C are true, D is false. Okay. Now this particular scheme was notified in 2018 and it was amended in 2022 majorly to bring in transparency. As I said, this can be purchased by any person, citizen of India or incorporated or established in India, either singly or jointly with other individuals. And eligibility bhi hai, not all political parties can avail this. Only those parties registered under section 29A of the Representing the People's Act, okay, of 1951 and secured not less than 1% votes polled in the last general election to the House of People or the Legislative Assembly elections mein. So only they can avail this particular scheme and they have to encash the bonds only through a bank account with the authorized bank and the amount would be credited on the same day, the day they have tried to encash it. But there are few कॉन्स ऑल्सो. प्रोस तो बहुत सारे दिखा रहे हैं, कॉन्स भी है. एंड वन ऑफ दैट इज डोनेशंस मेड अंडर दिस स्कीम बाय कॉर्पोरेट एंड इवन फॉरेन एंटिटीज एंजॉय 100% टैक्स exemption. Okay, and through an amendment to the Finance Act 2017, actually it says that political parties, whatever the donations that are received through various entities, that should be disclosed. Now government under this particular scheme, it has amended the Finance Act as well and exempted the political parties exclusively from disclosing donations received through these electoral bonds. So these are some of the cons associated with this particular electoral bond scheme. Moving on to our next question. Very recent, more than 1 crore people have been screened for sickle cell disease under the National Sickle Cell Anemia Elimination Mission. Now this was a tremendous, you can say, victory sort of, because of which that made into the headlines that we have achieved a target of 1 crore. Now which of the following is not true regarding this mission? Now this was launched by Honorable PM on 1st July 2023 at Shahdol MP. Though National Sickle Cell एनीमिया के अगेंस्ट जो कैंपेनिंग चल रहा था 2016 या उससे पहले से भी चल रहा था, 2016 में इट हैज बीन गिवन अ शेप. बट वेरी रिसेंटली मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ हेल्थ एंड फैमिली वेलफेयर, जो वो नेशनल हेल्थ सर्वे, फैमिली हेल्थ सर्वे करती है, व्हाट दे हैव ऑब्जर्व्ड वाज, स्पेशली इन द ट्राइबल एरियाज, दे हैव डन ए स्टडी एंड इट सीम्स दैट द सिकल सेल एनीमिया वाज सो रैम्पेंट देयर. So because of which they have given a recommendation to conduct screening pan India, especially in few states or districts. वो मैं अभी नहीं बताऊंगी because you have to answer it. So that they have asked the government to do, based on their recommendations, this particular mission was launched. Okay. Yes, endeavors to screen 7 crore population in next 5 years, that is 2023 से लेके. Vision is to eliminate sickle cell disease as a public health problem in India before 2047. That can happen only with the proper planning and proper action as well, because it is genetical disease और carriers and उस तरह से होता है, तो थोड़ा सा बहुत केयरफुली उसको स्क्रीनिंग करके उनके पुराने लास्ट जनरेशन एंड कमिंग जनरेशन सबका उनको बिल्कुल डाटा मेंटेन करना पड़ेगा. ओनली देन विल बी एबल टू eliminate this disease. Currently the focus is in 17 states, covers the entire population from 0 to 18 years of age. Yes, anyone? Okay, see, it was launched by our Honorable Prime Minister on 1st July 2023 at Shadol MP. That's true. It endeavors to screen 7 crore population. No doubt, this is also true, but not in 5 years, but 3 years. So they're planning to wind this up by 2026. So that based on that report, we'll be able to understand how many people are there vulnerable to this particular disease, or they already have all that. They'll have information. Accordingly, they can plan so that we can eliminate this disease by 2047. तो ये भी true है. This is also true. Okay, and this is not true. And yes, currently the focus is in 17 states जहाँ पे especially tribal population है. There the focus is more, and it covers the entire population from 0 to 18 years. The target is, उन पे ज़्यादा focus रहेगा. But yes, it can slowly in the subsequent phases they might extend that to even up to 40 years of age. Okay, so this as well is true. So this is the only one that is not true. Okay, as you can see here, for screening, prevention and management of sickle cell anemia, eliminate sickle cell disease by 2047. 17 states है, उसमें 278 districts पे focus है अभी. So it can extend up to 40 years. And Ministry of Health under National Health Management, it has initiated work on hemoglobinopathies, that is thalassemia and sickle cell diseases. Both are the blood disorders only, especially genetical related, and in 2016 they have launched this. Now owing to that and the studies that they have done, this particular mission was launched. Especially the study was done in the tribal areas of India. Okay, moving on to our next question. SMART 2.0. Now what is this SMART? Scope for mainstreaming Ayurveda research among teaching professionals. It's a program that is launched by 2 entities which are under the related to Ayush Ministry only, and the medical health ministry. It's a program to promote robust clinical studies in Ayurveda with Ayurveda academic institutions or hospitals. They'll ask for expression of interest on working through or not working, I should say, on researching in few specialized areas. Okay, so there what will they do? Through these specialized working in the specialized areas, they'll be able to promote clinical studies. Okay, at the same time they'll try to understand the efficacy, that is safety, tolerability and adherence to Ayurveda formulations is applicable or not. Okay, so these are the 2 main objectives under this particular program. Already एक बार ये launch हुआ था, उस time पे उनका research area was associated with 10 areas. Okay, but now that has been reduced to 4 areas. The research areas currently are 4. उसी under फिर categories है. Okay, now you have to tell me one of these areas doesn't fall under this SMART 2. Yes, which is that area? I don't know, आज थोड़ा सा ना नेट गड़बड़ हो रहा है. I'm really sorry for that. कहाँ पे है? यहाँ पे. Yes. Childhood nutrition, exclusively for malnutrition, etc. Menstrual issues, nutrition, that insufficient lactation for the new mothers, lifestyle diseases like diabetes, etc. But Alzheimer's and dementia are not part of these research areas currently. Okay, so this time they are focusing on these 4 research areas only. Central Council for Research in Ayurvedic Sciences along with the National Commission for Indian System of Medicine, these 2 are the ones that have launched this program to promote robust clinical studies and to understand the safety, tolerability and adherence to Ayurvedic formulations. And this time they are focusing on 4 research areas, and as I've said, expression of interest would be asked from the Ayurvedic colleges, institutions, hospitals, universities, etc. And once that comes, they will jointly work together to on these two issues in these 4 areas. Okay, again this is important under the health aspect of social issues. Moving on to our next question, Atmanirbhar Bharat Utsav 2024 was celebrated very recently. Okay, and as part of that, awards for National One District One Product was also given away for the year 2023 under 2 categories. एक तो कैटेगरी है कैटेगरी ए एंड कैटेगरी बी. कैटेगरी ए में all those states which are larger in size, okay, and कैटेगरी बी में smaller states and union territories. Okay, district level awards भी दिए थे. Okay, but we are focusing majorly on these state level awards. Now you have to tell me which of these states has stood first in the category A states. Yes? Anyone? Okay. Now in these awards under category A states, the state that stood number 1 is UP, Uttar Pradesh. Okay. As you can see here, see this is a list of awardees under category A. Uttar Pradesh gold, Gujarat second, and states category B में first Jammu and Kashmir and second Uttarakhand. ये district level awards है for non-agriculture and agriculture, because when we talk about ODOP, we have again 2 categories, agriculture related, non-agriculture related. So दोनों का है ये. Agriculture में देखा जाए तो it is Uppada non-agriculture का देखा जाए तो Uppada Jamdani sarees that from Andhra Pradesh Kakinada region got gold. And Uttar Pradesh Banda district से शाहजार stone craft silver, and Alluri Sita Raju district of Andhra Pradesh, it has received gold for under agriculture first rank, that is for Araku coffee, and Uttar Kashi Uttarakhand का जो red rice है उसको silver award मिला है. One district one product क्या है? It is focusing on a single product from that particular district that can be marketed nationally as well as internationally to create a niche for that product. Right, and this is under the Ministry of Food Processing and Industries. Now Atmanirbhar Bharat Utsav, it was inaugurated by Union Minister of External Affairs Dr. S. Jaishankar, and guest of honor was Union Minister of Commerce and Industry, Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution and Textiles as well, Mr. Piyush Goyal. And this event was, has been conducted in Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi from 3rd Jan to 10th Jan. And these awards were given away or facilitated by or hosted, the entire event has been hosted by the Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, DPIIT, which is under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Okay, and 24 awards have been given under 3 categories: districts, states and union territories, and Indian missions abroad. Okay, yes, moving on to our next question. Very recently, there was an unique concept that government has launched called as Urban Square. Now, what is this? This is something to celebrate the spirit and skills of marginalized urban communities with a diverse spectrum of products. That is, they are given a place to sell their products that can include handlooms, upcycled decor, pottery, packaged goods, handicrafts and delectable street foods as well. So for them, they have been given a place where they can showcase and at the same time do business as well. That is none other than the program Urban Square that was celebrated from 3rd Jan to 10th Jan 2024. Now, where was this organized? Yes. Okay, this was organized again in New Delhi only, and it was inaugurated by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Mr. Hardeep Singh Puri. Okay, and the venue was at the Bharat Mandapam, and this all has been conducted by the India Trade Promotion Organization, which is headquartered in Pragati Maidan, Delhi itself, where this entire event was conducted. Now, this ITPO that we call, it is a nodal agency of the Government of India, which is under the aegis of Ministry of Commerce and Industry, so that they can promote country's external trade. So they are one of those, you can say, event organizers here, which have conducted this Urban Square event. Okay. Moving on to our next question. Vikasit Bharat Sankalp Yatra was flagged off by PM on November 15, 2023 from one of these following places. Now, this particular program would run till Jan 25th, wherein the main agenda is using multiple information, education and communication IEC vans. All these vans would be moving around in various states, in various locations across the country to raise awareness through outreach activities and achieve saturation of various welfare schemes and programs that have been launched by the government of India. See, there are so many schemes. Many times it happens that people do not know about that schemes. There is no awareness, because of which they are not able to achieve the saturation in that. That is, for example, a particular scheme has been launched exclusively for teachers. Example. So, all the teachers in India should be able to avail that scheme. Only then we'll say that it has reached the saturation. So there are many such schemes and programs that have been launched by the government of India which haven't reached that saturation. So for which this particular yatra has been launched, wherein these vans along with the respective government officials, with the help of the volunteers, etc., they'll try to communicate with the people and try to create awareness about the schemes, and also make sure that they avail these schemes, thereby achieving the saturation in those respective schemes. Okay. Now you have to tell me from which place this particular Vikasit Bharat Sankalp Yatra was flagged off. Sometimes these kind of questions are also asked. कहाँ से launch हुआ, कहाँ पे culminate होगा. So this particular program or yatra was launched in Khunti, Jharkhand. Okay. Yes. By January 25th, 2024, to cover 2.6 lakh gram panchayats and 4,000 plus urban local bodies across the country. Now, कई दिनों से there have been lots of updates about this particular program. जब ये program खत्म हो जाएगा, then we'll get the exact updates. ये Jan 1st या 2nd week के updates है. Okay. Okay, so here एक एग्जाम्पल दिया है उन्होंने. बेनिफिशियरीज ऑफ पीएम किसान सम्मान निधि, प्रधानमंत्री किसान सम्मान निधि, रिडक्शन ऑफ ओवर 20% हैज बीन ऑब्जर्व्ड, बट ड्यूरिंग दिस विकसित भारत संकल्प यात्रा एडिशनल 34 लाख फार्मर्स हैव बीन रीइंस्टेटेड ऑन द लिस्ट. सो दिस वे दे आर क्रिएटिंग द अवेयरनेस, एंड जो भी प्रॉब्लम्स हो रहे होंगे जो बेनिफिशियरीज को, दैट दे आर ट्राइंग टू reduce and get them onboarded. Okay. Yes, a mega startup expo was launched on 4th Jan 2024. Why? To boost startups in North India and promote B towns, especially the small towns, outreach as far as startup culture is concerned. Many times when startups का कुछ दिमाग में आता है, तो the first thing that we'll get, जो tier 1 cities में रहते हैं उन्हीं के लिए है, या फिर बड़े cities में या capitals में रहते हैं उनके लिए सबसे आसान होगा. It's not like that. So that's what they want to highlight here, for which they have launched this. It's a mega startup expo जहाँ पे exhibition sort of big हुआ था. Okay, now you have to tell me which among the following is not true related to this expo. Okay, now theme for this event is emerging startup trends in North India. This was launched in Kathua, the border town sharing it with Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Punjab. This was jointly organized by the Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council, which is under the Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Biotechnology, that's Government of India, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India, that is it is BIRAC. बिल्कुल ये सब research में रहते हैं. A total of 25 startups from North India showcase their innovations and products as part of this particular program. Now you have to tell me which among these you can say options is wrong. See, this is true, and yes, Kathua is true, because the one mega park related to startups has been launched in Kathua only, which has become a hub sort of for whatever the activities associated with startups that is happening in India, especially in North India, I should say. Organized jointly by Biotechnology Industry Research BIRAC, but not the National Center for Trade Information. Okay, and a total of 25 startups. That is true. Okay, and here it is a joint initiative of BIRAC and CSIR, Indian Institute of Integrative Medicine, which is in Jammu. So they both have come together and they have conducted this event. Okay, and some facts and figures during that, lot of speeches were given, and this was inaugurated by our Honorable Vice President of India, Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar, and lots of facts and figures were revealed during that meet or during that event. India is emerging as world leader in biotechnology. Kathua, North India's first biotech industrial park. It's an emerging, as I've said, hub sort of it has become for the biotech related startups. 6,500 startups and 75 bio incubators were set up by DBT with the help of this BIRAC. Okay, important since the last 10 years. And India aspires to become one of the top 5 global biomanufacturing hubs and also among the top 10 biotechnology destinations globally, so that people can come to India and invest here. Okay, and the rise of biotech startups, it was just 50 in 2014, but now it is close to 6,756 in 2022 क्योंकि वही latest data भी available है. Okay, moving on to our next question from the education part. PM Shri Schools, ये तो हमने सुना ही है. Now Shri Dharmendra Pradhan, who happens to be the Minister of Education, along with Shri Yogi Adityanath, launched 928 PM Shri Schools in Lucknow. In which of the following years was this scheme launched and till when it would be run? See, whenever any scheme is launched, we all know that it would have a sunset point. So that with that sunset point, at least जो भी हम लोग कर रहे हैं उस particular scheme के through objectives या targets, that should have a timeline or deadline sort of. So इसके लिए भी उन्होंने एक सेट किया है ना. You have to tell me when was this launched and what is its sunset point. Yes. See, this was launched in 2022 and this would be run till 26-27. So, बहुत easy तरीके से मैं बताऊंगी. No, they'll select a school based on the applications received and all that. In 3 phases it would be done, and they'll select a school. And this particular school will be given all facilities that in order to implement NEP, that is National Education Policy 2020 का जो है, everything would be given to them, support, financial, everything, and this school will act as a hub, and whatever schools that are there in its vicinity, that is in that particular block or district, it will support them, guide them in order to run this NEP 2020. Okay, especially currently it is focusing on the CBSE schools. Okay, PM Schools for Rising India, launch year 2022 and it will be run till 2026-27, and it's a centrally sponsored scheme. That is, whatever the funding that is required, that would be borne both by the central government and the state government in a ratio. Okay, this majorly to provide inclusive and equitable education, to create and nurture holistic all-rounded individuals equipped with the key skills that are required for the 21st century. Okay, as I said, selection process 3 stage में होता है. Okay, and per block, as I said, would be selected at least maximum 2 schools, 1 elementary and 1 senior secondary, which they will be provided with all the facilities and whatever the help that is required, and they will be helping the other schools in that particular block or district in rising up. So these are helping, they are rising themselves, at the same time they are helping others also rise. Okay, moving on to our last question for today. Prerna, it is a program. It is an experiential learning program exclusively launched by the Ministry of Education, Government of India, to offer meaningful, unique and inspiring experience to all the participants, thereby empowering them with leadership qualities. Now this is in collaboration with which of the following institutions or organizations or ministries? Now in this particular program, excuse me, through a stringent process, they will be selecting, the team would be selecting 20 students, 10 girls and 10 boys. Finally, they will be provided with training of 10 days, wherein they will be provided with knowledge related to our culture, our history, everything, so that they can have that knowledge and that they can spread to others in their respective schools. Okay, and here all these are involved here. IIM Ahmedabad, Ministry of Culture, IIT Gandhinagar, Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti. And this particular, the 10-day program would be conducted in Gujarat only. Excuse me. It would be run by the vernacular school established in 1888, one of the oldest living cities in India, Vadnagar district, Mehsana, Gujarat. And curriculum for this is prepared by IIT Gandhinagar. Okay, and it has 9 value based themes, very important, based on which only the curriculum has been prepared for that 10 days. And it is week long, not 10 days, sorry, week long residential program for students from class 9th to 12th. बहुत stringent process के बाद 3 stage filtering होगा. उसके बाद including a personal interview as well, 20 participants, 10 boys and 10 girls. At least उसमें भी 50% rural, 50% urban होनी चाहिए. That would be selected and they would be attending this Prerana program. Okay, and through which they will be able to get knowledge on all this Swabhiman and Vinay, Shaurya and Sahas, Parishram and Samarpan, Karuna and Seva, Vividhata and Ekta, Satyanishta and Suchita, Navachar and Jigyasa, Shraddha or Vishwas and Swatantra and Kartavya. On these 9 value-based themes, classes भी नहीं, बहुत ही इंटरेक्टिव वे में उनको पढ़ाया जाता है. पढ़ाने से ज़्यादा एक्सपीरियंशियल प्रोग्राम इट इज़. They'll experience those through various stories, replicas and tours, उस तरह से. Okay, yes. So this is all from my end. Thank you very much for being so patient. Thanks a lot. Now the forum is open for your queries, questions, suggestions, comments on today's session, whatever. Yes, give me a second. Okay. Okay. Since I'm not getting any queries, I'm winding up the session now. If you have any queries, you know how to reach out to me through the Telegram, through WhatsApp, through my app. उसमें भी chatting होता है. अभी class शुरू होने से पहले अभी I was chatting with a student, only had some queries related to the ARD course especially. So वहाँ से भी हो सकता है. So you can reach out to me through any of these ways. And thank you very much once again. These are the links to my Telegram channel, app, YouTube, FB page, WhatsApp. Everything has been provided here. Or you can even directly mail to me at helpdesk@eduterrain@gmail.com. And thank you very much once again. Please take good care of yourself. See you all tomorrow in the morning class. Take care. Bye-bye. Good night.